What time is it? Just past 10. Alright, we're making good time. Fuck yeah. How you guys doing? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching us over on YouTube, please remember to hit the like button. Also, click the link in the description down below, because it's better when it's live. I don't think I'm lying about that. Watching VODs are good, and I know that some of you can't make it to the actual stream times. In that case, thank you so much for watching the VOD. It is amazing to know that you enjoy the stream enough to actually watch the VOD. But, you know, it is still better when it's live. So, I hope to see you guys here. Plus, we've been, like, we did it almost, I think just under 8 hours, or maybe just over 8 hours yesterday. So, yeah, we're going balls to the fucking wall, bro. We're going hardcore. At least as hardcore as humanly possible, I think. Alright, let me... I wanted to do... Oh, I got a DM. I'm trying to see... Because I've got a little bit of a thing going. I'm trying to get some people in to discuss like a lore roundtable for World of Warcraft, and I'm trying to get Ballilar and Taliesin and Sol in. Taliesin and Sol have already signed up, like they're willing to do it. Sol's just DMing me here, so let me just quickly see. Oswin, how you doing, bro? Sorry, I'm just very quickly replying to Sol So Breezy here. Alright, there we go. Oswin, how's your day going, bro? Sorry, I'm busy setting up I'm busy setting up a roundtable, like podcast-like discussion with a bunch of WoW content creators, like Taliesin, Sol So Breezy, Ballilar. I asked Noble, but he's apparently not gonna be able to do it, so, you know, that kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's fine. You know, so, yeah, trying to get that shit set up. Alderson, how you doing, brother? Oh, yeah. I want to get all the fucking people in here, and I want to have a discussion about the lore, about the story, about Dragonflight, about what we can expect, how, you know, the hype, shit like that. As far as I know, I don't think that's ever been done in World of Warcraft, where you just get, like, a lot of the content creators together and just sort of create a space where they can sort of discuss stuff. So that's what I'm hoping to do. Everyone will stream on their own streams, obviously. But yeah, it's just sort of like a discussion, something fun. It's one of the things that I feel is missing from World of Warcraft is that, you know, so many other games and topics and things have natural conversations and podcasts and things that take place within that genre. World of Warcraft is the one genre that has so many content creators. There's so many of us making content, but it's so rare for these content creators to actually meet and discuss things. So you have Asmongold's podcast, or like, I guess we could call it a podcast, where it's usually just like the really, really, really big guys that get in there. And it's not really about the lore, it's not really about the story, and it's usually Asmongold, Rich, and then one other person. What I want to do is I want to get, like, a lot of people in there. Like, I would, if this is a success, I would probably grow it. I would do even more. I want to get, like, 9, 10, 12 people into a single stream and just have them discuss stuff. Asmongold, Apocalypse, how you doing, brother? I came on because I say the title, God is Real. It got me curious. Oh, Matt, yeah. We're going to be reacting to that. It's an interesting guy. I haven't watched this specific interview, but I have seen interviews with him before, and I want to watch that. But I'm quickly going to change the title for now because we're not going to jump right into that. I'm doing some maintenance stuff very quickly. So I just wanted to make sure everyone knows sort of what is going to happen. Because, yeah, that title will be the one that goes up on the stream and, you know, the VODs and all that shit. So, yeah. But no, yeah. Taliesin said he's cool. He wants to do it. Sol Breezy said he's cool. He wants to do it. Balila, I think, said he's okay with it. Depends, though. Balila replied with he will only come if it's an MMA rap battle. So maybe we can work in some kind of MMA rap battle. I don't know. So we'll see. Hopefully Balila signs up as well. I mean, if it doesn't, it's still going to be super fun. Even if it is just Taliesin and Sol, it's still going to be super fun. So yeah, Headless Horse, how you doing, brother? I really feel like the WoW community could do with a lot more discussion between content creators, rather than just content creators, you know, every single content creator having their own fucking thing and, you know, saying their own thing. I think it could really be helpful if you have podcasts and discussions between content creators where, you know, discussions are being had, if that makes sense. Where, you know, you can talk about things like the handling of the lore, and maybe you can hash things out. You know, maybe some of the content creators don't like the way the lore is being handled. Some of them do, and you can have that debate. And viewers can see that debate and see that people can disagree on stuff. Because that, I feel like, is one of the worst things in sort of the gaming space in general. I think the gaming space, one of the worst places for it, where people just sort of solidify around their own views, find content creators that sort of espouse the views that they believe in, and then shun all other non-believers. So anyone that says anything bad or negative about their game is immediately ostracized from their sort of sphere. And I feel like if content creators could come together and actually have conversations, and you could hear those conversations take place. So you could hear your favorite content creator debating another content creator and reach some kind of middle ground. And not even debate, just discuss. I feel like that's healthy for the overall player base to hear, oh, wait. But, you know, so one of the things that I saw was when I tweeted this out, there were people in the comment section, for example, going, yeah, so wait, you want to have Balila, the guy that, you know, literally has Death to Blizzard tattooed on his eyelids? And I feel like if you could hear Balila maybe espouse his views in a forum with a bunch of other content creators, you would probably find that it's not a case of, you know, wanting Blizzard to die, but more a case of just wanting to discuss things that may make WoW better. And I feel like that could really be helpful. So, yeah. You better give the mods plenty of warning for that shit. I'm not running the necessity of 3 community for myself. I don't think our stream is going to be that big on that day, because the way I'm trying to set it up is that every single one of them will be streaming their own stream. So their viewers will be doing their own thing. I'll just be streaming my one, right? So maybe we'll have a few extra viewers, but I don't expect us to get to like 4,000 viewers or whatever the fuck. I don't think that's going to happen. Anyways, I'm in the process of organizing that shit. I just spoke to Sol. He just replied to my DM. So yeah, we'll see. They'll also be inclined to come in here to chat shit, right? That's what always happens. Yeah, I mean, we might get a couple of people coming in here to call me fat or whatever. That always happens. That's fine. You don't have to worry about that. But no, yeah, well, I'll definitely make sure that the mods know, right? Z-Boy, how you doing, brother? D-Rocker, how you doing? No, I'm hoping that, you know, Balila says yes. I'm a little sad that Noble's not going to be able to do it. He did say that he's homeless next week, and then he's getting ready for the Dragonflight launch, so he's probably not going to be able to do it anytime soon. So I'm a little sad that Noble won't be able to join us, but at the same time, is what it is. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's a VTuber skin? Yeah, I mean, no one knows that it's a VTuber skin, right? I keep that shit wrapped up tight. We're getting Balila on the stream? Well, if all things go well, you're getting Balila, Salsa Breezy, and Taliesin on the stream. And if that goes well, I would like to do more of those. Like, more streams where you just have a bunch of WoW content creators getting together and just chatting shit, you know? Just shooting the shit. D-Rocker, I'm in the process of organizing it. Taliesin have already agreed. Salsa Breezy have already agreed. It's just Balila. He said he'll come if it's an MMA rap battle. So I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do an MMA rap battle to get Balila on board. But no, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. If it works, it works, and I'll be very happy with that. So what's everyone up to? I'm just waiting for people to filter in and for the ads to finish playing and stuff like that, and then we'll probably jump into some reactions. I don't know. Oh, I also want to play some fucking games, bro. My man, I'm making dumping? D-Rocker, what? Oh, you're making dumping? Are you pooing? Is that like a nice word for I'm having a poo? What else could it be, right? Dude, this oh my god. Today is actually a nice day out. I'm just not interested in being outside. I want to hope that's dumpling misspelled. Why? I mean, oh, you're making dumplings. I've never made dumplings. I like dumplings. Although, what kind of dumplings are you making? The fried kind or the boiled kind? Or the steamed kind? Not boiled, sorry. Steamed. Because the steamed ones are the only good ones. I don't like the fried ones. Like I don't like that. Nicely steamed with a bit of chili soy sauce. You've got a fucking golden bit of eating right there. Metal fan from Hal, how you doing, brother? Before you ask, I'm doing good. Just followed an online class. I won't fucking ask again, all right, Metal? I won't fucking ask you ever again, all right? Considering it's such a pain in the ass. How you doing, brother? Now watching an anime while watching my favorite streamer. Bro, who are you watching? What streamer are you watching? Who's your favorite? What kind of woman or man would you guys like? Ooh. What kind of woman would I like? Oh, bro. You guys, there's this girl at the gym, right? I see her ever so often, right? She's not always there, and she has a boyfriend, which is sad fucking times. But like, let's say every 2 weeks or so, she comes in at 5 a.m. I'm guessing her schedule doesn't allow her to come 5 a.m. every single day. So it's sort of like some weeks she comes at 5 a.m. Other weeks, I don't know what time she goes in. But this week was once again one of those weeks where she was there at 5 a.m. And so this girl is weird, right? So if you see her, it's not like she's obviously beautiful. She is beautiful. She's got very nice features. She's got a beautiful face, a very nice body, but it's not like if you saw her body, you wouldn't say that's the best body you've ever seen. It's a good body, and I would give it a solid 7, right? 7, maybe 7.5, maybe even an 8. And her face, same thing. 7, maybe 7.5, maybe an 8. But you put all of it together with her attitude, and she's a pure 10, bro. Like, and I fucking kid you not, she is a pure 10. Is this the lady with the ass that makes you cry? No, this is not that lady. But if you were to tell me you can date any girl at the gym, that would be the girl. She has something about her, bro. Something in the way that she handles herself, in the way that she walks, in the way that she talks. She's incredibly friendly. So whenever she's at the gym and you know, you greet her, she greets back, she talks to you. She's like very fucking friendly, very open. It's weird. It's weird, bro. I've never met anyone in my life that just based on how they act just becomes a 10. It's just like dude, I need to fucking date this girl. No, that's not actually the case. I've spoken to her a number of times already. It's not the high thing. She says, Sebi Webs, how you doing, brother? No, I was telling them about this girl that's at the gym. That's just, like, dude, solid fucking 10, but not just based on her looks. I can actually say I've met someone whose personality, or at least not personality, because I don't know her well enough to know her personality. I'm just talking about her actions, like her demeanor, the way she handles herself, the way she carries herself, just moves her to a fucking 10. You know, she's a 7.58 at best, but she's a 10 if you put, like, just how she carries herself. It's weird. It's fucking wild. Someone who are way more attractive because of personality actions. It's hard to put your finger on exactly why. Dude, that's exactly it. Grimfield, how you doing, brother? That's exactly it. I cannot... If you asked me, so what exactly is it about this girl? Zucchini, thank you so much for the Prime sub. 21 months, part of the DJ Nation. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you asked me, dude, what exactly is about this girl? I can't tell you. I cannot tell you, yeah, this is the thing that makes her that hot. It's just all of it. Everything together makes her really fucking hot. My brother actually put it the best way. He's like, she's got this thing that forces you to go introduce yourself. Like, you have to go and introduce yourself to her. You can't not do it. Yeah, attractiveness isn't something you can always intellectually define. It's a feeling. A lot of the time you can, right? So there's another girl, Apocalypse was talking about her earlier. There's another girl at the gym that her ass just her ass is like 5 points on the scale easy. Right? Like, easy. Just her ass makes her a 5. She also happens to have a really nice face and a really nice body to go with it. But, you know, there I can absolutely tell you her attractiveness comes from her ass. Not huge, but fucking well refined. Like, well refined, bro. When she wears tight pants, the lines of that ass is clear as fucking daylight. Maybe she got a certain vibe. That's the thing. This specific girl that I'm talking about, I think her name's Catherine. She's just got that vibe. Just something that she radiates. Just blows you away. Kind of ass you can bounce a quarter off of? Bro, the kind of ass you can bounce a note off of. That's how tight that thing is, bro. You will throw a paper note at that thing and it'll bounce. It's wild. But, you know, some girls, it's easy. Some girls, you look at the girl and you're like, yeah, I've got this. Yeah, I know exactly why I want to fuck that girl. And then there are just girls that you just go, dude, I don't know why, but I really need this. I miss American ass. They're so big. You think, Sebi Wave, so you're an ass guy. We go to economics. Wow, MMO, gaming, gaming news, ass talking. That's just the nature of the stream. I prefer it that way. Apocalypse, I would say I'm probably like a 4, maybe a 5. My personality puts me at like a 3. So, you know, got the short end of the stick there. One question, I derailed the whole stream. Caleb, you're not the only one, bro. This fucking happens all the time. I love ass, boobs, face in no particular order. For me personally, I'm a face guy. Like, the ass can be sort of meh. The boobs can be sort of meh. The face is incredibly important. Like, if she's got a nice face, I'm like halfway married already at that point. Your face means good everything. Not always. I've seen girls where you see the face and you're like, oh shit, that is a hot girl. And then she walks away and you're like, oh, there's nothing there. That's disappointing. But yeah, most of the time, I would say a girl with a hot face, especially at the gym. If she's got a hot face, she's almost definitely got a hot ass. Because she's probably doing her squats all the fucking time, right? I'm drawing while watching your stream, and also it's raining outside. Kind of cozy, not gonna lie. Grimfield, that sounds fucking amazing, bro. If she doesn't run away at my kinks, then she's a keeper. It depends what your fucking kinks are, though. Caleb, I would take the 5. The 7 is too high, because if I'm a 7, then the scale can't just go to a 10. All right? I can definitely not be a 7. Are South African goals hot? I would say we probably have some of the hottest goals in the world, in my opinion. I could be completely mistaken, of course. But yeah, I would say South African goals are fucking hot. You know, they've got the tan. This could be a good time to remind viewers to follow you so they can catch your next stream. What the How the fuck do I turn that off? Oh, Twitch is reminding me, guys, to remind you to follow the stream. Dude, who the fuck gives a shit about followers? Like, who gives a crap about followers? Like, oh my god, if there is, like, if you want to list all the most useless things in the world, right? The first would be Biden. That's obvious. The next would probably be all politicians and Trump. And then it would be fucking Twitch followers. Like, no one gives a shit, right? It's all about Twitch viewers. Like, if you have a viewer, whether they're a subscriber or not, that's important. They don't have to follow as long as they watch. That's all that's important. Follower on Twitch. You know how many people I follow that I've never actually legitimately watched the stream of? Like, I've never watched their stream. I saw a video of theirs. I saw that they stream. I thought, fuck it, maybe one day I'll watch. I went over, I followed, and I've never watched again. I've just moved away, right? Trump defeated Vince McMahon on Monday Night Raw. Dude, Trump's OP then. Isn't, like, how the fuck is Vince still fighting, though? Like, Vince McMahon, isn't he old as balls at this point? Metal Fan from Hell, the reason... So, I want to be clear. I don't have a problem with followers per se. It's not like I hate my followers. It's the case that Twitch followers means nothing. It doesn't do anything. Because even though if you follow people, you don't get reminded of when they're live. I'm telling you now, I have hundreds of people that I follow. I maybe get reminded of like 2 fucking streamers. So I'll usually get a notification whenever Sebi goes live. Maybe because I watch some of your VODs every once in a while. I'll get a notification every single time Asmongold goes live. I'll get a notification whenever Lindsay Elise goes live, because I watch her streams quite often. I'll get notifications whenever Bajira goes live. Yeah, Sebi. Like, dude, your voice acting is fucking off the charts. The issue is you stream at ungodly hours. You stream at hours that I cannot be there for. You're on that Australian time, on the other side of the fucking world, whereas for some reason you guys are on the same side of the world in terms of you're on the south side, which is the good side, obviously, right? Represent. But then you're on the side where fuck time doesn't even exist. Yeah, I used to stream on an American schedule, but I couldn't do it. I was so tired all the fucking time that I just went, screw it. I'll do a South African schedule. Sure, I'm going to get fewer viewers, and that's fine. But I can't do it. My body cannot fucking handle starting 6 o'clock in the evening and then going to like 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning, because then I don't get enough sleep. I feel fucking tired the whole day. I don't get anything done. So it's just much easier for me to just not even give a fuck. Zeto Zero, how you doing, brother? I woke up at 7:30 a.m. to start stream at 10 a.m. for half a year. I wake up every morning at 4:30 a.m. Thank fuck, daylight savings happened. Wait, Australia has daylight savings time? What the fuck? It's kind of early Northern Europe time? Kind of, yeah. This is like morning for me. Ah, for fuck's sake. Internet is starting again. Oh, the internet is starting again, boys. I wake up before afternoon. No, I wake up every single morning at 4:30. Every morning, 4:30 at 5 a.m. I'm in the gym, fucking workout, boom, boom, boom. At 6 a.m. I'm on the beach having coffee. Like, I've already made friends, bro, at the beach. It's insane. So, every morning I go to the beach, right? And there's this coffee stall, like a little trailer, and the guy converted his trailer into a coffee stand. So I grab a cappuccino, and then I stand there and I chat to Nigel. I chat to Rupa. Rupa used to be a Hindu monk, and then he left the monkhood, and now he's the coffee shop owner. And we talk about fucking investments. We talk about politics. We talk about life. We just fucking chill for like half an hour. And then I go home, shower, get ready, edit some videos, and then I go live. That's been for the last, I think, 3 or 4 months. That's been my schedule. At the moment, it's you, but don't know how long that keeps up because of ADD, attention spans. Mental fan from hell. I appreciate the shit out of that, and I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. Don't worry about that. To me, if you can make friends, you are a 5 minimum. Kind of, really? Because, I mean, really ugly people, in my opinion, ugly and fat people make friends easier. And I have a theory about this. It might be completely wrong. But when you're... So, for example, I've been overweight my entire life, right? So I don't have looks to fall back on. So I've had to spend an incredible amount of time, making sure that I'm at least reasonably intelligent. Maybe not the most intelligent, but reasonably intelligent, right? So I can hold a conversation. And I needed to work a little bit on my personality to make sure that I'm at least likable. Because if you're fat and also don't have a personality, you're fucked. Whereas if you're like a good looking person, you've got all the muscles and you've got like an 8-pack with fucking 12-pack forming around your balls or whatever, do you really need to work on your personality at that point? Because, you're hot. Who gives a fuck? So I've always found that fat people make friends. At least I make friends very easy. I'm already friends with people at the gym, bro. Like, I walk into the gym and it's like, oh, hey, how you guys doing? Hey, how you doing? Fuck yeah, let's go. Hey, Jason, how you doing, bro? Oh, yeah. Just greeting everyone like fucking everyone's friends. Dark Mephisto, how you doing, brother? Your balls got a 12-pack? Holy smokes. Dude, my balls are ripped, bro. Likeability is probably the most underrated but important trait in life, and they never teach you that in school. Dude, there's a number of things that I think school should have taught us that it did not. So, for example, just how fucked up taxes are should have been taught to us in school. I don't, like, maybe just, like, a semester of, oh, by the way, the government's gonna take, like, a lot of your fucking cash at some point in your life, and you're gonna fucking hate it. Although I should say... At least when I was still in school, things were a lot more preferable, I think. Like, we got taught math, we got taught languages. I had business economics, and hotel management was the one I took because it's the easiest class in the world, and I didn't give a shit about anything else. So those were the subjects that I had. But there weren't any, like, these days kids have to go to life orientation. That's a fucking subject that they have to take. And I'm like, dude, who gives a fuck about life orientation? That is the biggest load of bullshit I have ever heard in my life. Like, what the fuck? You've always got a 12 back. 24/7. Oh, yeah, bro. Commonwealth survivability, which would include taxes and common living things, which don't always get taught by parents. Dude, I would say the one... So I grew up, my dad is incredibly conservative, right? In terms of economics, he's an incredibly conservative guy. So he doesn't spend his money on anything, but he's also not a businessman. He got his medical degree when he was like 26, because... Actually, he got his medical degree when he was 24, and then he had to spend 2 years in the army. So at 26, he started his practice, and he started working, right? And he's just always been a medical doctor, making his money, and fucking... that's it. Well, Max, I don't think that's weird in South Africa. Like, to get your medical degree, that's a 6-year period. So you study for 6 years at university. We go to university when we were 18, like most people, I think. And so at 24, he got his medical degree, but then he was conscripted into the army. So he had to do military for 2 years and, go to the border because war. And then he came back and he became a doctor. And he's just spent his entire life making his money, everything is safe. So The one thing my dad never taught us is financial intelligence, which is actually something that I think is the most important thing that you could teach your kids, is financial intelligence. Because, bro, there are things that I fucking wish I could go back to the age of 21 now, knowing what I know now. Because, dude, I would have started investing at the age of 21 if I knew what I knew now back then. It is so fucking annoying. Because back then, you know, you think about investing, you look at the history of stock and you're like, dude, I'm not going to make jack shit. But no one tells you about dividends. Like, no one tells you that the real way you're making money is off of dividends. And if you keep putting that money in, compound interest is just going to make you fucking rich, bro. There's so many things that I would have started at the age of 21 if I knew then what I know now. But back then, all I knew was you need to get a job and you need to start making money and then you need to save a little bit of money every month. That's about it. And it's like, dude, what the fuck? There's so many things that young people must know that they just don't know because parents don't know these things. So many missed opportunities. I wish I learned how to not be a fucking idiot around winning women sooner. Sebi Webs, I think that's the thing most men struggle with. But I mean, you shouldn't struggle with it. You're a pretty attractive guy. I'm pretty sure girls kind of throw themselves at you. I'm 23 without a degree. However, I've accumulated enough capital to start a business. Max, congratulations. You don't need a degree these days. Bullshit. I think the most overrated thing in this world is a fucking degree. YouTube can teach you like how to do 90% of all jobs out there these days. Was now, but I used to be. I've always been relatively oblivious to girls. Not in terms of not like noticing them, but the way I would get into relationships have always been kind of not my fault. If that makes sense. Like, I would be partying and going out with my friends, and then I would meet girls, and they would join our friend group, and they would just sort of become one of the gang. And then eventually, something will, like, kind of start, just very organically, and then boom. Oh, shit, I have a girlfriend. What the fuck? But I mean, I wouldn't notice if someone's flirting with me unless they were also holding up a sign at some point saying, by the way, I'm flirting with you. Because most of the time, if someone's friendly or if someone's flirting, I would just think, oh, what a friendly person. I once didn't realize a 10 out of 10 blonde actress was asking me back to her apartment at a bar. I told her to wait until the scene from Predator 2. Oh, shit. Anyways, hold up. Let's just watch this. This is really good. Wait, I want to go home. Will you walk me home? Yeah, soon. Wait, just quickly want to watch this. This is really good. You need to watch this. Oh, shit, bro. Those are those moments that you just want to rip your own balls out when you think back to those days. You're like, oh, for fuck's sake. Bro, I should have just gone with her. I'm 19 last year to go, and I got, I believe, a bachelor's degree in programming and a small investment because of parents. Nice. In my country, having a degree is still something that is required for most jobs that imply any engineering work, programming. Z20, I probably shouldn't be hyperbolic about it. I'm not saying that degrees are entirely unimportant, but there are a lot of degrees that is entirely unimportant. So, for example, if you want to become a programmer, I know so many people that are in programming right now that never went to study programming. They were just programmers. They did it from a very young age. They learned how to do it, and they applied for a job, and they got the job. I don't think you need to go to university for that shit. If you're good enough, you're going to prove yourself good enough, and you're going to get a job. Game design is another thing that I think should absolutely not be taught in universities. I think you should just start making fucking video games. My biggest gripe with degrees is the amount of jobs that demand degrees that really shouldn't. There are jobs where I can fully understand why a degree is important, but those would usually be, in my opinion, the STEM fields. So medical doctors, engineers, especially when you go up to the more specialized engineering positions, scientists, most likely, those I understand. But there are plenty of jobs that I don't think you need a degree or papers for. I think you can get on-the-job training. Like, look, I can even make an argument that doctors, normal general practitioner doctors, can be taught on the job. Like, you start working at a hospital, you start right at the fucking bottom at the hospital, then you become a nurse or a junior nurse, and you learn all the things that nurses know. Then you become a nurse, and then a senior nurse, and then you become a junior doctor, and, you know. So I'm pretty sure that most jobs can actually be converted into on-the-job training, and it'll probably be much better. Because university costs have just gone through the roof, since apparently we've managed to convince the entire world that you need to get a university degree, and that led to the universities going, oh shit, bro, we can charge whatever the fuck we want. We can charge as much money as we want because everyone has to come to university. It's the greatest con in the history of Western society, is the belief that every single young person should go to university, and the universities are making fucking bank. No Cost Director is going to say, well, you suck, but you got an A+ in acting school, so here's the job. Saberwebs, as someone that went on quite a few auditions, yeah, it's actually like one of the things I hated about acting. Oh my god, dude. So I'm one of those people that got a completely useless degree in acting. So I kind of know what I'm talking about. I got a very, like, it's just, it was just 4 years of parties, really. We were just drunk the whole time, especially on the drama campus. Dude, you are just drunk the whole time. I loved it. I loved acting, and obviously you do learn a lot, right? Jimin from BTS, I'm pretty sure I do not look like anyone from BTS, but, you know. How you doing? Thanks for the first time chat. Wait, you have a full degree in acting too? Yeah. Well, not a full degree. Just to be clear, I didn't finish 2 of the subjects that I needed for my degree. But I realized in my year that I was supposed to finish those last 2 credits, I realized this is not what I want to do. I do not want to be an actor. I want to work with people and I want to entertain people, but I don't like actors. So I walked away from that. So I kind of have my degree because I could go back and get it in like 6 months, but I obviously don't have the papers because I didn't finish movement class and I didn't finish voice class. I still have to pass my movement and my voice exam. And I was just like, bro, fuck that. I don't want this fucking degree because I don't want to be an actor, and the degree's not going to help me to be an actor because literally the most successful person out of my year is someone that left after their first year. They left the university and they just became an actor. They shouldn't even be called actors because they can't act. Oh yeah, that is very true. Most actors, at least these days, Dark Mephisto, how you doing, bro? Yeah, movement class. It's like, it sounds sillier than what it is. It's very much about performative art. So, in movement class, like the final exam, you have to put together an acting piece using only your body. So it's very much about abstract art. Like whenever, every year, every single one of the lecturers would put on a show for everyone. And that was some of the weirdest fucking shows you could ever watch in your fucking life. Because the movement shows don't have words. And when they do have words, it's abstract as fuck. Right? ripping of Kate Bush music videos. Bro, you want to know how I did my movement exams? The morning of. I didn't even prepare for my movement exams. I would just rock up and they'd be like, oh yeah, we have a movement exam today. What did you prepare? And I'd be like, oh, I've got this, fam. And then I would just stand there and I would just do some abstract bullshit. Because that's all movement is. It's just abstract, right? So you use your body to tell a fucking story or whatever. But most of the time, you're not telling a story. You're conveying emotions. That's the point of movement stuff. And I remember always, after the movement fucking theater shows, all of the students would walk out there and be like, oh my God, this was so deep. It touched me. And I would usually walk out like, what the fuck was that? What the I didn't understand jack shit of what just happened there. I'm pretty sure I'm emotionally stunted or something, because I did not understand any of that crap. It's useless horseshit. It really is useless horseshit. That is what movement is. Like, abstract. What's the kind of... It's a kind of dramatic art. Do you remember what it's called, Sebi? There's a name for it. I can't remember what it's called now. This was too long ago. But yeah, there's a name for it, and it's just bullshit. Actual degree for you for money, Max, but I mean, I don't need a degree. Kate Bush. Wait, I'm obviously not going to be able, not be allowed to watch this on the stream. But let me quickly see this. So you said Kate Bush. Oh wait, I think I know who this is. Yeah. That is literally what it is. So I'm not allowed to show you guys this because obviously fucking the music industry is full of shit. Also, you know the podcast we were watching yesterday with Joe Rogan? Yeah, that shit got claimed by YouTube or by some weird company 100% immediately. Yeah, I'm literally seeing Kate Bush's thing here. That is abstract theater. I just don't know. Let's see if I can just do a very... Physical theater. Thank you. Yes. That's what it's called. It's called physical theater. It's the idea of telling stories with only your body. And if you must use words, it must be abstract as fuck. So you would do a move and then you would go, fire. And then someone else would go, fire. And that's apparently an emotion that you just, an emotion, right? And then you do another move and you go ice. And someone goes ice, 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 ice. And that's a emotion. And I'm sitting, like everyone else is sitting there going, I'm sitting there going, what the fuck am I watching? In our first year, we were forced to watch every single one of the lecturer shows. I hated every minute of it. Luckily, in our second year, we no longer had to do that shit. So I only went to the shows that I actually gave a fuck about, which was all of the voice, like the voice theater. That was insane because she did musicals. Every single one of her plays were always musicals. And from my second year, I was allowed to star in their plays. Like you're allowed to star from your second year, you're allowed to star in the lecturer's plays. And then, you know, getting cast in that was fucking beautiful. So I like the musicals. I also always enjoyed Renee Trudeau's shows, the professor that gave theater studies. Because he would usually do like old stuff like Oedipus Rex. All of like the old tragedies and stuff. That would always be fucking awesome to do. I never got to do Cats, Sebi. Like, Cats, I think, was the year just before I went there. So I never actually got to do Cats. But I would have loved it. Because Cats, the musical, is fucking amazing. The movie is bullshit. But the musical is really good. Greek theater is great. It is ultra-violent and psychologically fucked. Dude, this is one of the reasons I hate Hollywood so much. Because if you read the old plays, even if you go for things like a streetcar named Desire, some of the more contemporary or more recent playwrights, there was always some very deep meaning within what they're doing, right? So it wasn't just entertainment. It wasn't just shallow bullshit. You could actually dive into those scripts and you could find so much meaning and psychological topics being explored and sort of going where humans will normally not go. So Oedipus Rex, for example, is an incredible case study in sort of the taboos, things that humans, at least at that time, would probably never have fucking discussed. So it was incredible. And then you go to like the plays in the Dark Ages, where, during those plays, they would take so many stabs at the church because at the time, the church wouldn't allow any sort of play that didn't have to do basically with God, right? So playwrights were forced to sort of put on nativity plays the whole time. But they would do these shows that would be fine as far as the church was concerned. But then when you dive into the words and the lines and things, you'll find the rebellion. You'll find the pushback. There's always like counterpoints being argued, but in such a way that it's incredibly intelligently done. These days, what the fuck do we get, right? We don't... All movies are just basically adrenaline junkie bullshit. A fiction is to explore the forbidden or taboo matters of the culture. So fucking true. But now we got a masterpiece like She-Hulk. Dude, I haven't even watched She-Hulk. I don't think I would like She-Hulk. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe She-Hulk is an incredible piece of film. But I don't think so. Is there anyone in chat that's watched Rings of Power? Because I've heard different things. Dave Glitch, how you doing, bro? Thanks for the first time chat. Really appreciate that. A massive Marvel stan. Don't watch She-Hulk. Oh yeah, no, I will not. I've read a little bit about how they fucked up the lore, and don't fuck up the lore. Marquis, how you doing, brother? Absolute garbage. Okay, I've heard bad things about Rings, but I also haven't seen it. No, I'm not gonna watch it because from what I've heard, if you like Tolkien, do not watch it. Because they've changed so much of the Tolkien universe in order to push, I don't know what political theory they're trying to push, but here we are. And you don't even have to, right? You really do not need. Tolkien's universe have very strong female characters in it already. You don't have to change the story. Just tell the fucking story as is, and no one's gonna mind. The movie, I would say, actually underrepresented the woman in the fucking in the book. I would say the movie actually didn't do a well enough job of actually presenting the role that women played in Tolkien's universe. But the way they did it, apparently, with this one, they've just changed things to the point where it doesn't even make sense. Colville has a take on it, and I trust his views as a D&D geek. Yeah, everyone cheered when Eowyn killed the Witch King in the movies. I will say the movie that I want to see being made, so the movie that I most want to see, is the one at the start of the universe. Like, that's what I want to see. A movie being made about the origins of the universe. You know, when before all of this Middle Earth stuff took place. That's what I would like to see. That is a movie that would be good. Kind of the same as the Warhammer 40k shit. I want to see what Terra looked like before the Emperor came to power. Like that shit. I like the origins of stuff. The reason they fucked up the lore is because Amazon is too stingy to buy the actual rights to the book. They only had the rights to the appendices of the book, so they basically weren't even allowed to use the Silmarillion as a source material. Wait, are you for real? Dude, what the? Are you... Wait, actually... As a Tolkien fan, it was so disgusting to see. If you watch it as a fantasy piece, not connected to Tolkien, yes, it's beautiful, but still, the plot is weak. Dude, these days, it feels like every single modern day playwright or showrunner, let's call it showrunners, they think that once they have a female lead and once they've got enough diversity, that's it. The movie will sell itself. Because every single movie that sort of has this massive diverse cast, you know, female lead, ends up having one of the worst scripts you can ever fucking stomach. It's just such a terrible fucking script. And everything's just boring. Everything's just downplayed. The direction is completely wrong. In Ghostbusters, for example, the music was off. Nothing made fucking sense. And it's like, dude, that's not enough. It's fine if you want to have female characters, but then at least put some fucking effort into it. You know, make a good fucking show. But apparently they think, no, fuck it. You know, we'll just change a couple of things here and there and boom, we're going to get mad views. No, you're not. You're going to get no fucking views, bro. Trigger half the chat to normies, but I'll post the Rings of Power of it on Reddit. Will they be triggered, though? That is actually a little wild, though. Cyanide, how you doing? So progressive, intellectually dishonest. This is what Amazon is. Everyone is intellectually dishonest. There's no one in Hollywood that, in my opinion, all of these massive showrunners and things, I actually think they're incredibly racist. Like, straight up. I think most of these Hollywood showrunners are just fucking racist. Like, take Star Wars, for example, right? The new Star Wars. So they made Finn, the one of the troopers, they made him black. And then they ended up giving him so little time in that fucking movie. It's like you couldn't have, like, if you wanted to add a black character, even though the originals had black characters, but never fucking mind, right? If you wanted to add a black character, couldn't you have given the character at least, like, more lines, like a bigger role in the fucking movie? I could never understand what was the point of that. Like, why was that such a big deal? Because everyone lost their fucking minds over that. And I remember wasn't Samuel L. Jackson in one of the movies? I'm pretty sure. Like this, Disney did with Rey, had a female character do everything with very little Jedi training. That pissed me off. What I mean is, if they wanted black elves, why aren't there more? If you want to have black elves, yeah, why don't you create an entire tribe of black elves? You know? Because that would work. Nothing wrong with dark elves. Dark elves exist within fantasy. So you could have that, but then do it as, like, proper. Give them a backstory. Give them a culture. Give them stories. That's the kind of shit that I want to see. Picks a side, or chose both sides and comments on them without picking a side. Make it universal. Saberwebs, are you now just fucking saying all my favorite words? Because I would say that's one of the reasons I love Mass Effect. That's one of the reasons I love Dragon Age. Dragon Age. Not just Inquisition, but Dragon Age in general. Back when BioWare still understood this. Present both sides of the argument. Just show both sides and then allow the audience to make a decision. So rips on it heaps. There's that movie as well, that Don't Look Up movie, that also pokes fun both sides, which was, I mean, it's a stupid fucking film, but it was funny. There were moments in that where I was like, this is funny as fuck. Oh, and The Boys as well. You just said it, yeah. The Boys. I enjoyed The Boys because it does show the absolute vanity of modern society. Dark Mephisto, I don't necessarily think that it's problematic. I don't see why that can't work. CDJ, how you doing, bro? I think it can work really well. In my opinion, at least. But I mean, everyone's going to have their own views on things, and I respect everyone's ability to make their own decisions. It's not my job to decide these things, and I don't really give a fuck. I have basically, I've given myself leave to just watch old shows. Because the old TV is just best TV, bro. Like, go back and watch the first season of Supernatural. It's fucking incredible. And that show is how fucking old. There's so many old TV shows that are just next level. King Julian, how you doing, brother? King Julian, you've never watched The Boys? I couldn't get into Buffy, Cyanide. I could not get into Buffy. The graphics are shit and the acting is terrible. I couldn't get into Buffy. The original Lord of the Rings had diverse peoples. They just weren't all mixed up in the same areas like you would expect. Well, the thing is, you wouldn't actually expect that. That's the point, I think, of the Lord of the Rings sort of world. If you take it, so I don't know if you guys even knew this, but Sauron had no idea what hobbits were. That's one of the reasons they captured Gollum. They had to capture him because he heard, or they captured Gollum, sorry. They captured Gollum, and then Gollum said Baggins Shire. And Sauron was like, what the fuck is the Shire? Baggins Shire? What the fuck is that? He didn't know about hobbits. That's why the riders had to go and physically find out what the fuck is hobbits. In the books, they have to ask, what the fuck is a hobbit? Where's this Shire place? So in Middle-earth, a lot of creatures actually kept to themselves. Dwarves, for example, stayed in their mountains and just mined. Most human tribes didn't get along, so they stayed within their own territories and they didn't really come out. The owls stayed to themselves as well. So it's entirely plausible and possible even that every group would have just been on their own. It'd be cooler if they actually wrote a Rings of Power story with Easterlings involved. As Easterlings, who are Middle Eastern islander looking from different lands. Yeah, that could work too. I think... Dude, I don't know. Right now, I'm looking forward to the new Witcher, and I'm looking forward to the last episode of House of Dragons, because my brothers tell me House of Dragons is actually really good. Show up in Return of the King. The Eastlings are the ones on Oliphant's Park. Wait, that is the Eastern... Holy shit, I didn't even know that. I did not even know that. See, I haven't finished the books yet. So, I probably have to do that. They're just so fucking thick, bro. It's a lot of reading in those books. That Sauron is only going full evil now because Galadriel rejected him. Now we get to blame her for literally everything. Shit. I think those were her Rudram. Sauron. Dude, Sauron, though, is... like, it's cool. I like dark characters. I've always been a huge fan of evil characters. Like, give me something evil, and I am on board with it. I like evil shit. I guess that's why I like the Grim Dark so much. What the hell is this? Oh, this is a quick and easy way of pissing off all of you guys. Destiny had a change my mind debate with an extreme pro-life person. What the hell is extreme pro-life? What even does that mean? Bonky, how you doing, bro? Hospitals, I guess. You should read Glenn Cook's Black Company books. Very good villains. I like that. Hard no abortion. Yeah, but no euthanasia, no abortion, etc. So that would be like extreme. So extreme, I'm assuming, would also be against women that's been raped, right? So if you've been raped, you're also not allowed to have an abortion. That would probably be like super extreme pro-life. Actually, I don't know if I can sign on with that. Because I would say my views are incredibly difficult. Because technically speaking, I am pro-life. Right? I do believe that if the fetus is a baby, but at the same time, I'm incredibly fanatic about personal choice. And I do not believe that the government has the right to limit anyone's choice. And that goes for abortion too. So even though I wouldn't be okay with my girlfriend getting an abortion, and I probably wouldn't date a girl that would get an abortion, I would also not be able to stand for that right being taken away from anyone else. Because, again, while I might be pro-life, I'm also very much pro everyone else's choice. I don't think the government is allowed to tell anyone what they can and can't fucking do with anything, right? So, yeah, I don't understand the debate, because more often than not, I'll hear these people be like, oh yeah, I'm pro-life, abortion should be illegal. And then in the very next breath, they're like, yeah, the government should be smaller, the government should stop telling people what to do. I'm like, wait, so you just want the government not to... Like, you want the government to tell people what to do when you agree with the things that the government are telling the people to do. But you don't want the government to tell people what to do when you don't agree with the things that the government is telling people to do. That sounds hypocritical to me. Like, either the government is telling people what to do, in which case they can tell people whatever the fuck to do, or the government isn't telling people what to do and they don't tell anyone what to do. You can't have it both ways, because that's never going to make sense, because that will only work if you're in power. If you're not in power, it doesn't work. So yeah, for me, it's sort of like, it's a weird thing when I hear people fucking discuss this, and it just doesn't make sense to me. No shitting end, and we'll King Julian, we had an 8-hour stream yesterday. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, how much longer do you want those streams to be? Cyanide. So I don't like those arguments, because in Western countries, for example, the percentage of women that actually die during childbirth is incredibly low. If you go percentage-wise, it's very, very low. Infant mortality rates are also incredibly low. I don't like arguments like that, because those arguments are generally very emotionally driven. So they make sense on an emotional level, but they don't make sense anywhere else. Because a pro-life person is literally just going to come back at you and be like, oh, well, that's God's plan. Because that's the whole point of pro-life people. Their point is that God has a plan with our lives, and you as a human cannot interfere with that plan. So, yeah, it's sad that you got pregnant and maybe you don't want that baby, but God clearly wants that baby, so you can't kill it. So their argument will literally just be, if God allows you to die in childbirth, it means that baby was important to God. And it was important enough that God would sacrifice the mother's life in order for the child to be born, right? So that's sort of willy-nilly the argument that they would make, give or take. The better argument to make is, in my opinion, the one that says, okay, hold on. If you are for the government making people do things that they're not allowed to do, or stopping people from doing things that they would like to do, are you then for the government doing that in all circumstances, or only in the circumstances where you agree with it? And most likely, most people that are pro-life will tell you that they don't want the government to tell them what